Hey, it's Matt from Stop8.org. The National Organization for Marriage just put out another ad, and I can't tell whether it's intentionally misleading or just ignorant. Let's take a look.
Activist judges.
Oh, gotta stop you there. Activist judges is what we call weasel words, or words that sound like they're important, but actually aren't. When they say activist judges, what they really mean is just judges we don't like. In truth, these judges aren't activists. In fact, there's nothing in the record to even suggest they have an agenda.
Activist judges on Iowa's Supreme Court have become political, ignoring the will of voters.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're aware of how judges work, but it's not like American Idol where you get to call in to make the final decision. Judges judge. Ignoring the will of the people is kind of their job.
And imposing same-sex marriage on Iowa.
More weasel words. Nothing's been imposed. If you don't want to get gay married, you don't have to get gay married. The only ones doing any imposing, that is, forcing their values on other people, are the National Organization for Marriage, which is trying to force marriage bans on people like you and me.
Liberal, out-of-control judges.
Actually, the judges' records are so nonpartisan, they're kind of boring. Justice Baker was a member of the Ethics and Grievance Committee, Justice Straight was chair of the Rules Committee, and Justice Turnus was on a Court Management Committee. Yeah, these people are totally out of control.
Ignoring our traditional values and legislating from the bench.
Whose traditional values exactly? Ours? We have many different traditional values, including equality, fairness, self-determination, and inclusion. Just because your announcer has a deep voice doesn't mean you get to decide what our values are.
Imposing their own values on Iowa.
First of all, we've been through the whole imposing thing already. And second of all, that wasn't a complete sentence. In the future, if you need help writing a document, please consult Clippy for assistance.
If they can usurp the will of voters.
The word usurp means take control, so unless you mean they're hypnotists taking over the will of the people, no, the judges can't do that. If you meant adjudicate, then yes, that is what judges do. To learn more about the basic fundamental principles of the American judicial system, visit your local library.
What will they do to other long-established Iowa traditions and rights?
So let's look at the images that accompany this message. A couple with a baby, the Pledge of Allegiance, a girl doing what appears to be her mother's taxes, and hunters. And this has what to do with marriage exactly? The problem with the slippery slope is that it slips both ways. You could just as easily say, if they can permit voters to usurp the Equal Protection Clause of the Constitution, what other rights will they allow voters to take away?
3 of these judges are now on the November ballot. Send them a message. Vote no on retention of Supreme Court justices.
Nice idea, but it doesn't really work that way. Judges rule on lots of different cases, so a no vote could be about any number of issues. And if you're trying to prove that the people of Iowa oppose the freedom to marry, you might just find that that isn't the case. Public support for marriage equality is at an all-time high and goes up just about every year, as it does in every state, every year, and will continue to do until such time as we're all incredibly embarrassed that ads like these were ever even made.